Good morning, everybody, and happy Friday. I had a request to talk about these three problems on your worksheet on factoring the difference of two squares. So 14, 15, and then 30. I left off one, there's also 16, so I'll do that here. So 14 and 15, these are very similar. It's very easy to do. Remember here, this is called factoring the difference of two squares, which means you have to have a minus sign as well as two terms that are perfect squares. So both 14 and 15, look at here, both of these terms are perfect squares and so are these, but both of these right here, since it's plus, you can't factor it. So both of these would be not factorable. Because they have a plus sign. Okay, let's go to 30, and then I forgot about number 16. I'll put it over here. Okay, now 30, this is a very good one to go over. So you do have a minus sign, and both of these are perfect squares. So this is the work that I want you to show. So show exactly what makes these perfect squares. So you have 8x cubed, and then you have y cubed, and that's what makes both of these perfect squares. You do have a subtraction sign. So you do have the difference of two squares. So write it as the difference times the sum, or you could also have the sum times the difference, doesn't matter. You'll see on your worksheet the answer key. They take it one more step, because both of these, what you have here is you have the difference of two cubes, and here you have the sum of two cubes that you could factor. But that lesson is for next week. So I just want you to stop right here for now. Next week, you'll learn how to factor the sum and difference of two cubes. Okay. Now, let me talk about 16. I forgot to put this one. I need to erase this. All right. Now, if you notice here, 6, 96, those are not perfect squares, and you also have a sum here. So you can't factor it as the difference of two squares. However, unlike 14 and 15, what you could do to factor it is you could factor out a GCF. Okay, so if I factor out a 6, it is 6 times the quantity of a squared plus 16b squared. So now if you look closely, yes, within the parentheses, you do have two terms that are perfect squares. These are perfect squares now, but you have a plus sign. Right? So you can't factor it as a difference of two squares. So that would be your factored form for 16. So notice if you go back to 14 and 15, you didn't have a GCF between the terms that you could factor out. So that's how these two are different than 16. All right, so very good questions. I hope this helps, and email me any further questions that you have. Stay safe and have a great Friday and a great weekend. All right, take care, everybody.